Never left his side.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me ice cream. You're the best daddy in the whole world and I love you.
The sad thing is, part of doing this tour was he was going to surprise the kids because they'd never seen him perform. He never brought them to rehearsal because he didn't want to tip off the show to them. And he was a good father, great father.
Good. Tell me what your wishes are for your birthday. What would you like to see happen?
Rather have
In your life. What do you want?
I do what you do.
What do I do?
You dance and sing.
That's what you want to do? Really?
Me too.
The children at the center of Jackson's life are now at the center of a custody struggle. And there are questions about the children's paternity, some suggesting that Debbie Rowe served only as a surrogate birth mother and is not actually Paris and Prince's biological mother. Debbie Rowe denies that and is going to court.
Just looking at the kids, you know that they are Debbie's kids. Paris Jackson is identical to Debbie Rowe.
There is no biological connection between Michael Jackson and these children, nor between the children and the Jackson family. But that doesn't mean Michael Jackson wasn't a completely devoted dad.
And then there is this man, Dr. Arnold Klein, Jackson's dermatologist. Debbie Rowe worked for him for years, and now he's been reported to actually be the biological father, something he vehemently denies.
Various sources that Us Weekly has confirmed are very solid and very legitimate have confirmed this information. You don't even need to take anyone's word for it. If you look at photos of the children, they look exactly like Arnold Klein. These children look like Debbie Rowe and Arnold Klein.
The Jackson camp denies it too, and Debbie Rowe has offered a DNA test to prove she's the biological mother. Adding to the confusion is what we see by the naked eye, the genetic question. Could these three fair-skinned children be fathered by Jackson? Geneticist Sean McCann-Lessie.
You cannot tell by looking at a child who their parent is, certainly not by looking at the color of their skin. It's certainly possible that an African-American man could have a child that appears to be white. It may not be likely, but it's certainly possible from a genetic perspective.
While the paternity debates and custody battles rage on, these young children are now in the temporary custody of 79-year-old Katherine Jackson, their grandmother, a woman whose unwavering support for her son Michael was apparent during his trial. She was always by his side, and at the time, spoke out to 2020.
Michael continued with children because he was innocent. The people that accused him know they're lying.
Debbie Rowe has nothing to do with what we're doing. We love those kids too. We're going to take care of them and give them the education they're supposed to have.
Joe Jackson, Michael's father, no longer lives with Katherine in the family home and was left out of Michael's will, which does provide for his children and for his mother.
On many, many occasions, he said, just make sure that my children are taken care of, that my mother's looked after, and I'm going to live up to that.
For Michael Jackson's children, their world has been rocked. There will be custody battles and enormous public attention to deal with. Harder still is the loss of their father, of course, the loss of their fun together, and the loss of the music at home.
You are my daddy, my only daddy. You make me happy and stay great. You never know, dear, how much I love you. You don't take my daddy away.
I love you. I love you.
When 2020